Hi, it's Dr. Morazy with Minutes for Moms here to give you more practical pediatric advice. This video is going to help give you guidance on common sense, how to teach your child, your teenager common sense. And common sense doesn't come naturally. Common sense comes through what we're exposed to. So when you're little, you don't learn that it's not safe to cross the street without help because you've got hit by a car. You've learned because your parents kind of teach you that. So common sense comes through what we're taught, what we hear, what we're exposed to. So when we're in a situation later down the road, we're going to know what to do. We're going to have, quote, that common sense because I've learned that. So what we want to do is you want to start young teaching common sense. And common sense at different ages, you do different things with that. So common sense to a 3, 4, 5-year-old is going to be, you're going to teach them that you need to wear your bike helmet. So when you're driving or you're walking and you see somebody, even an adult without a bike helmet on, you're going to point it out. When you see somebody in a car and their kids crawling all over the seat, you're going to point out, well, look, they're not being very, very safe. They're going to get hurt or they're going to get a big, huge boo-boo. So you're pointing that out. So you point that out to my 3, 4, 5-year-old. When they're a little bit older, your 7, 8, 9, 10-year-old, you're going to point out other safety things. I start very, very young talking about the safety of smoking. And the reason why is because when they're in middle school, they're getting exposed to people smoking, vaping, juuling, and they're just thinking that it's an okay thing because they see everybody else doing it. Heck, it just smells like strawberries. It's strawberry water. What's wrong with it? Well, it's not safe to inhale anything in your lungs no matter what they're saying that is in there. So you're going to start teaching that kind of when they're younger. We had water around our house, so my fear was that there was going to be a drowning, be it a friend, be it my kids, be it anything. So we talked a ton about water safety and boat safety. That was a big thing to my family, and that's kind of really what we talked about. Your other thing is when you're looking at your early teenage years, you're going to teach them that common sense more than learning how to know that right from wrong. One thing that you want them to start to learn as they hit that developmental stage where they do know that and then they care, it's going to be that inner stomach ache. And what I tell people is that inner stomach ache is when I'm at my friend's house or I'm on the school bus or they're at my house and somebody says, hey, let's do this, or I dare you to do this, or wouldn't it be fun if we do this? And you get a stomach ache and you think, oh my gosh, my mom and dad will kill me. I will be grounded for the rest of my life. The police are going to come. I'm going to get kicked off my basketball team. Anything that gives you that pause, that inner stomach ache, believe it or not, is their frontal lobe. That's their brain trying to give that guidance right from wrong because they know that they're in the process of making a decision between good versus bad. So they want to learn that stomach ache is my alert. Hey, don't go with what everybody else is doing. So you want to point that out. So when they get in trouble, you're going to say, now, did you get a stomach ache? And a lot of times they're going to be like, yes, I did. Well, all right, then what should you have said? What should you have done? What's your next step? So when this happens again, because it will happen again, but when it happens again, what are you supposed to do? How are you supposed to get yourself out of that situation? And you want to encourage that over and over again. What one thing that you can do, especially with your teenagers, because the hardest thing for them to do is to stand out in a crowd. So if all my friends are doing this, and I'm like, oh, my stomach is killing me, I'm not going to do that. Well, how are you going to stand up to them? You're going to say, all right, you know what? I'm going to be grounded for the rest of my life. And there is no way that I'm going to do that. Or my grandfather died of lung cancer. I'm not going to smoke. You want to help them learn what to say when they're in a situation. So 2 years from now, when they're put in a situation, they'll be able to follow through with that. And that makes a big, huge difference. Another thing that helps a teenager, or anybody for that matter, is when you're put in a situation and you have that stomach ache, even as an adult, talk about it at the dinner table because it's nice for them to hear that you're going through difficult decisions as well as they're doing it. No matter how old you are, we know that right from wrong, and we've got to learn how to stand up for ourselves. And it's not easy because I want to go with what my buddies are doing because it's so much easier for me to do that. So that is just really, really important. So Like I said, our job as parents is to teach common sense, and common sense comes through exposure. So talk, 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 and talk some more. And that's how your kids are going to learn. So hope that gave you nice practical pediatric advice, really to give you that guidance for your toddler all the way up through your teenage years. Once again, I'm Dr. Morazy with Minutes for Moms, here to give you more practical advice. Now you know what I know. Until next time, thanks. Bye.